Damn. Looks so much different on video than photo. That's when you take a photo.
The sun.
That is freaking awesome. That's like the eye of God.
Stop it.
You know what else is awesome?
Not you.
You giving me a look.
And we love having potatoes with all kind of garnishing on it for breakfast.
So yesterday I went to the laundromat and I got a whole bunch of laundry done. I like to do laundry on the property, but because we got hit with the stomach bug for the third time, and I want to say 6 months, we just got backed up really fast. So I went and just did everything. The laundromat, I do have some sleeping bags to wash up that we didn't use over winter, just to clean up in case we decided to go camping for a night over the summer. So let's get some of that taken care of today. We had a storm come through and we weren't expecting it, 75-mile-an-hour gusts. And it was labeled as like some kind of, it was like a tornado warning out here on the reservoir. I guess this is the second one that's ever happened. Completely ripped up a lot of our stuff. So this can be fixed. We're just gonna throw it back over there and drill it back into the beans. But for now, it just sits like this for the evening until Chris gets home. Nikki's trying to bust out and get to the ladies, which isn't happening. Weezer's hanging out with Rambo. We have to change out their water about 3 times a day right now to keep it cool. I need the boys to get in here and rake this up for me. The storm blew a lot of stuff in here, and Weezer, he likes to stay in here with Rambo. He's really attached to Rambo. That's Rambo back in there. Rambo's having a hard time right now with the heat. So we have some cool water in there for him. Minerals, his salt, everything like that. But this guy is like Rambo's best friend. So he hasn't wanted to really leave the coop the last few days, or this little area, because he has been snuggled up with Rambo. He doesn't really care for Nikki. Nikki tries to make babies with him, and well, he's a boy dog and Nikki's a boy. So Nikki's just a butthole. Move, Piper. Ducks are out enjoying their little pool. We have to change this out as well about 3 times a day because they put mud in it and get it all goobered. We actually need to get a bigger stock tank, but I don't know. Right now we have this one in there and they won't get in it. It just turns green and they drink out of it and we have to dump it, but I don't know, we'll just change this out. They seem to not care and like that, so whatever. Fisher's already fed the animals for me this morning while I was feeding the girls and editing a video for Patreon. If you haven't checked out my Patreon page, I'll link it down below. I do family vlogs 5 days a week there. The storm tore this off, so I need to go fix that real quick. It's good shade for them though. They don't care. These are the females, except for Mr. Pickles. We need to get Mr. Pickles out of there because I don't want him to get his mom pregnant, or this gal right here. They're the same age. We will be putting up some permanent roofing on top of this, but one thing at a time. This is working for now. It does the job keeping them dry if it does a storm or from the heat. But we will be putting up some roofing on here. One thing at a time. There's only one builder here. She's over there eating her minerals. That's Mama, Dixie, and Pickles. We had separated Pickles and he had hurt himself trying to escape the male pen and sliced his little leg right open. Called for antibiotics and extra tending to, but he's all better now and healed up. But I've been nervous to take him out again because I don't want him to get hurt. He's such a sweet little boy. But he is becoming a man. And he needs to get out of mommy's butt. Got the water over here. Need to get this wood out of here. I had a cool little ramp for them to walk around on. But they seem to have destroyed that. Which is okay because Petunia was jumping out. She was getting up on there and jumping out. So we just need to clear that out. I've had many questions on what the next build is. What are we building next to our cabin right here? We are building a outdoor kitchen. We are converting this garden shed, which is really fun. I thought it would be a really fun video, into an outdoor kitchen. It'll be our summer kitchen that we'll be using until our main build is built, which it'll take a couple years for our size family. So until then, I thought it would be a really great idea to show you guys what you could do with a garden shed if need be, or if you need an easy, fast way to build something, some kind of structure. I'll link all the information down below, so thank you to this company for sending out this shed. So Patiowell, thank you for sponsoring today's video. We are really enjoying the shed that you sent out to us. They have a lot of options on their site that you can check out, from metal sheds to plastic sheds, deck boxes, and a ton of shed accessories. We went with the metal shed, and it is a very nice sturdy shed to have. We will be insulating it, and we will be using it for a outdoor kitchen. You can use it for many things. The typical thing to use it for is a storage shed, but with a lot of off-gridders, a lot of people building tiny homes, you can probably transfer anything into a little living space. So this is the shed right here that we went with, the 10 by 12 metal shed. It does have a peak roof. I can stand all the way up into it, and I am 5'7", so they are pretty tall. The peak is a little bit higher. I do have a video of me standing up inside of it. It is a sale right now. There's a sale going on, an Independence Day sale. This is a regularly almost $1,100 shed on sale for $900. Again, go ahead and check out their website. Thank you Patiowell for sponsoring today's video, and I will keep you guys updated on the build on this garden shed transformation into a outdoor kitchen to share with you guys. It is a 10 by 12 garden shed that we will be transferring into a kitchen. We will be insulating the inside of it. We are putting windows in it even, but this is the structure itself. We were a little hesitant at first with it because without the roof on it, it's very flimsy. The breeze will just wiggle the walls. You'll see that in the clips I add in. You must have a base for these sheds. So we have a structure down here that we bolted this to for our area because we live off of the lake. The breeze we get here is pretty insane. We had some high winds that destroyed a lot of our stuff. We even had some strong winds that one day that were unexpected. We weren't expecting it, and this was not bolted down yet. Me and my sons were literally out here holding it down from the winds. We had 75 mile an hour gusts, and it was literally trying to just throw these four walls off of this little foundation because it was not structured in yet. So you must structure things like this in if you live in a high wind area. We have some damage that was done to it from the wind. That was not from the company. We got some dings here and there. That's glue. Maybe it's on the side of the door. Yeah, I got some damage right here from the winds. Over here it just flew. It was flying. We saved it. And now it's all nice and It's nice and strong and sturdy. By the way, look at these cute little things we got at Home Depot. They're like outdoor succulents, really pretty. Anyhow, we will be putting in a window right here. In order to put a window in a metal shed like this, you must have like 2x4s or some kind of wood, I don't know the exact name of it, to build in a frame. So we will be building in a structure to make it strong enough to put in a window right here, as well as a big long window right here where our outdoor kitchen sink and prep table will be. Inside of here we have some solar lights hung up. So but this is the main inside of the shed. Again, it's really sturdy. We did not think this was going to happen out here, but once everything was put together, this thing is solid. So again, you must have it bolted into the ground. We got this rug from Costco a few months ago, had it rolled up in the cabin. We were going to use it in the cabin, but I said, you know what, let's just use it out here for now. Got some flooring down in it. And this shed is worth it. It's worth it. It is not a 2-man, 2-hour build, as in the instructions say. This took us a few days, and me, Chris, and the boys' hands. So that is one thing that was not quite true about the instructions on this. It is not a it is definitely not a 2-hour job, and not a two-man build at all. I mean, I suppose it could be if it was 2 actual men, but 1 man, a wife, and some boys. It took us a few days with the weather. Anyhow, this is what the structure is right here. We will be siding the outside of this thing to make it look more outdoor kitchen-like. The same siding that we just found out and decided on what we were going to do with our cabin. So I'll keep you guys posted and updated on how the transformation goes. But if you're looking for a garden shed, I recommend checking out this company. They have amazing deals, amazing prices, and the structure is solid. So I give it a thumbs up. Our experimental, I saw this little thing on Facebook, growing things out of just the bag itself. I got a bag of potting soil, and I decided in the cabin, we got some radishes right here and some kale growing back here. It's growing and doing great. I even started another one. Our garden is doing okay. We got another bag of soil, but we ended up moving this soil off of one of the metal stands and putting it on this table right here. And when we did that, it ended up cracking. But what we planted in here was some lettuce. So far, this non-GMO lettuce is not growing. Got it brand new this year from Lowe's. It's from the Seed Savers, and it's just a bag of mixed greens, lettuces. Planted it almost a week ago, and I haven't even got one sprout yet, so we'll see how that goes. It's definitely not the soil's fault. It's at Seed Savers, I'm guessing, because, well, nothing's growing. Our snap peas are growing in good. We got a lot of those. I actually need to probably pick some of those and eat. We need to eat some of those tonight. There's a lot of them growing on here. We got some surprise sunflowers. I think some of the girls snuck off with some seeds and planted them in here. Our herbs are alive, but they're not growing. Peppers are starting to get some growth to them. Our strawberry mint is flowering. We planted this gooseberry. I think it's called a gooseberry plant. Let's see, it's a gooseberry. I'm pretty sure it's a gooseberry plant. And it's doing pretty good. Got another surprise sunflower over here. We got some strawberries growing. Our squash plant's doing pretty amazing. It's pretty prickly. I took those off last night. But there it is. There's that big daddy. That's going to be breakfast this week. We got some squashes growing on this side. Here, we even got some squashes. These are all of our plants that froze when we first planted them. They came back. Look at all these peppers. Look at that big daddy. Not bad, right? Our onions came back. We had an experience with the chipmunk just destroying those when we first planted them. Baby's awake. That didn't last long. She's a short napper. Got some more over here growing. Look at those. That's a weird shaped one, ain't it? That's gonna go with breakfast with the other squash. Our potatoes. allergies got our boogers on point. We're not sick. It's just really allergy-ish, I guess. Is that even a word? Those are growing. All this stuff is frozen when I first planted it. I know now to not plant until like June. I don't know what those guys are doing, but that's the reason why I have like 13 kids. It's not focusing. Yeah. I don't know what those are. We've got some tomatoes over here. I'm having a problem with some. It's just sliced. Having a problem with some black butt tomatoes. See that one's getting a black butt. Piper, watch out. Go. It's a lizard. Got a yellow one growing over here. Yellow tomatoes. My kids love the cherry tomatoes, but I need to put, those ones are okay. These ones are having the black butt problem. Let's see if these ones are over here. We have the stuff to put on it. Not that. No, you put it on before you water. Anyways, look at this crazy freaking rosemary. I thought it would like spread out, but it's still wild. Like, it's just, I've grown rosemary for years and I've never seen anything like that before. So we're kind of just letting it do its thing. Like, what is that? So everything inside the cabin is ran off of solar. We were supposed to have our solar and wires done, but they're not done yet. Again, a one-man build. So for now, we've been running off a lot of these rechargeable solar bricks that just plug into things like this and, well, run our TV. We even have our diffuser ran off a rechargeable solar brick. So there are ways to do things that are convenient as if you were in a house off grid. Look at these cute little candle stick holders that we got at Walmart. We found these at the Walmart clearance aisle. They're $9.50. You get two of them. You get two of them. So here's the other one. They're regularly $19, $20. Thought that was super cute. Put in our kitchen once our kitchen's built. I have some magic erasers for that. Arabella is Picasso. Arabella is Picasso again. We got these cute little flowers to put together. The kids are doing that right now from Walmart. It's super cute. Clearance aisle's where it's at, $11. What do you know? We got Arabella is Picasso yet again. So I do have some magic erasers. I'm going to take care of that today. So I hope as long as Olive lets me. So we have another flash fish right here charging off of this solar panel. Our Vitmon's over here. We have an outdoor little wash area over there while our kitchen is being put together still. We have another charging solar panel right here. We have two more large solar panels right here which charge things to the RV we have right here. Our internet comes from right here, that's Starlink, and it's charged from, well, the solar, not dependent on public utilities. This is another source of keeping our food nice and cool, is using the set power. It can be a freezer on one side and a refrigerator on the other side, but we use both of them as refrigerators. As you can see, that's outdoors, and I need to clean it because it's filled with dirt. I do that about once a week, and it's time for us to go shopping. So you can tell the kids just take it out, set it down on the ground, and put it back in. Dirt don't hurt, right? Over here in this not very pleasant eyesore area where I've had my van rugs to be sprayed off for probably weeks now is a well. This is where we get our water from. We need to hook up the solar to run that. Right now, you caca. Oh, your binky has caca on it?
Yeah.
Oh no. I'll clean it in a minute. It's just sand, it's not caca. So that right there is our well. This is where we get our water. We own the rights to it. We do not depend on public water because of our well, which is a very huge blessing. We cannot do off-grid life with kids without a well. That right now is being ran off of a generator. So we are dependent on the gasoline for that generator to get to this water. But we do have the solar to hook up to run this. We just don't have the time. Now, if things were to happen, which there's a lot of talk, a lot of conspiracy theorists, I don't go for stuff like that. I just go for the more being independent, self-reliant role of living off grid. Not that I'm afraid zombies are going to happen or things are going to shut down, because I'm not. But if they were, we are not completely set at all for our size family. But we do have a milking goat in there. We do have some ducks, you know, not enough to feed us, but that's a good week of dinner. We have some male goats to produce with our female goats to make more babies. Say worst case scenario things happen, we can eat our goats. That's not going to happen. Goats are friends, not food. We have a chicken incubator. We have a turkey. We have a really, really trashed up real life vlog right here of our coop that got destroyed, I was talking about earlier. But we have chickens in there that we can hatch. Takes about 20 days to hatch eggs in an incubator. I could leave them out there and the chickens could do their job. So we run our incubator off of our solar bricks. Taking care of chicken wise food and eggs right there. We need about 50 more chickens to make it comfortable for egg laying. But I'm not worried about that. I'm not worried about things shutting down. But if our little beautiful chicken coop right there does its job. Our beautiful goat pen. This is real life off-grid stuff, you guys. Things get trashed out here in the desert. We need to fix that. And we need to fix that. It'll get done. They're okay right now. Fisher got in here for me and cleaned up the mess that Weezer did. Over here I have a fun little area for the girls. Why the totes? Because they're easier to dump. No chlorine, fresh water, no chemicals. They can sit in here and chill and play. And I have a little safety gate around there. I did that myself, by the way. I did that myself. That's why it's really ghetto rigged, but they can't get in. Right now it's not shut all the way because the buckets are not filled, but it's a good idea. So if you have little young kids, if I can put some freaking T-posts into the ground with some chicken animal wires, if you get, just go to the feed store. Go to the feed store, look for this stuff rolled up in a pin. Some of these suckers, temporary, keep your kids out of water amounts because a child can drown in something this big. Got to be safe and smart with things like that with the young ones. But we do use this on really hot days. I fill it up, put some bubbles in there for the kids and the girls, not the boys. And the girls have a little cooling off area with some grass. Look at that. It's fake grass from Lowe's. It's like a little paradise right next to the garden of herbs, right? So as you can see, there's many styles of living off of grid, homesteading. I jumped into the hardest way of homesteading, that is being off grid. Having zero education about it. We are our second year in, almost our second year in, and it's been an extremely hard learning experience. I think we say about twice a week that we quit, we're going to give up and just sell everything and move away. Or not. It's normal to just have fits for a minute, even as adults to have fits. It's a really hard way of living. You learn new things every day. Things get destroyed. You fix them. You walk around pissed off and you fix the problems. You learn from the mistakes. We have things that we need to fix from wins that we were not expecting, but we'll put them back together. It'll be a new day like today, and it's a hard way of life. It's definitely, if I knew it was this hard maybe 2-3 years ago when we bought this property, I don't think I would have made the choice. But now being out here and getting things slowly put together, it's coming together more easily. I think if me and Chris were younger and our kids were older, it would be a lot more easier. But we have 10 kids ranging from 15 to Olive's 8-9 months now. So we have all ages in between there, and it's a really hard way of living and adjusting to this kind of lifestyle, being city folks. So also, a lot of the channels that you watch here on YouTube, they don't show the dirty. They just show the nice, the relaxing parts of homesteading and living. I haven't really seen too many off-gridders with families. If you know of any off-grid families that are starting from scratch with this many kids, let me know, because I think I'm the only one out there that has kahunas to do that. But homesteading is a whole different ball game from off-grid homesteading. It's hard work, not knowing anything at all about it. I had to go rescue the 1-year-old from being stuck in a bush pile of thorns. So if I had any advice to give to people that were thinking about doing this because it looks fun on the screen, it's a lot of hard work. It's a lot of fights. I think me and my husband have had, I can't even count how many arguments we've had living out here. And that comes from a relationship that where we never argued, like not once did we ever argue. Bicker at each other because we like to annoy each other, but arguing, no. So it's really hard. 2 things that you must have moving off grid with a family is a reliable source of water. Number 1, you have to have a well or water tanks. You have to have water. There is another family. Our small footprint, she's off grid too. But you have to have a water source. I think they bring their water in. I couldn't do that. I had to have a well. I had to have a well. That was like a must. I had to have a well. I had to have a water source. As well as solar. You want to make sure you have solar for power. That's really important. Unless you're going to run off of propane, which you can in an RV. And we do. We use propane too in the winter. But yeah, not everything is what you see online. It's not pretty. There's messes that come with this lifestyle, especially if you're building literally from the dirt up. It's expensive. It's not cheap. And I get angry sometimes and I get down because I'm like, why am I pushing myself to live this way when we literally pay a good mortgage living here. It's expensive. It's not cheap. So I've gotten some comments on, that's not fair for your kids. You guys are so poor and this and that. Look into how much things cost. It's expensive. So there's some education on you folks that are interested on what this lifestyle is like, on how things are ran, the other side of the beautiful pictures you see on Instagram, the homesteading, homemaking, relaxing stuff you see with the women in their aprons on YouTube. Off-grid's a different story. You're just wearing what's going to protect you from the sun. Right now I'm probably wrinkling my face 20 years just standing here talking to you guys. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Check out the links down below on this shed. It's amazing. I can't wait to take you guys along. I will share with you guys the progress on what we do on things here on the homestead here and there. I'll jump on here and share with you guys. All family vlogs, all my children, all homemaking, mothering, lifestyles will be on Patreon. It's more safety for my kids. So family vlogs 5 days a week on Patreon. I'll jump on here on YouTube here and there to give you guys updates on how it's going out here. Hope you guys have a good rest of the day. And remember, don't judge books by the cover. It'll come back at you. So now I'm going to turn on something on the TV and what? Don't mind my pillow. My pillow is nasty. That's my pillow, you guys. I have no shame. I slobber. So I'm going to take the time right now and fold this laundry up that I just pulled from the line. If you have not tried outdoor drying, just give it a shot. Give it a shot. It's not only therapeutic to just go out there, hang your clothes, think about things that need to be done, clear your mind. It's like therapy. And then it comes in just smelling so fresh and so clean. And it saves on your power bill, which is even better. So anyways, I'm going to fold this all up to get that taken care of. And then it'll probably be time for smoothies. I think I'm going to do some smoothies for lunch because it's pretty warm already. Also, you guys, if anybody has any like favorite homemade detergent recipe, is that what would you call it? A recipe, homemade detergent to get away from the chemicals and the fragrances. Can you please let me know down below what your favorite one is? I know I can Google it and look it up online, but it's nice to hear from people that actually are real people and not just people online in a blog or a recipe, if that makes any sense at all. Let me know in the comments below. I have a goal this year to get away from all fragrances. It's going to be really hard because I like the apple pumpkin smell, the candles that you get for like the fall and Christmas, all those fragrances that remind you of like Halloween and Christmas. You know what I'm saying? I want to get away from all the fragrances. So that's a goal that I have this year. So I'm going to start with detergent. If you have any recipes, let me know. I'll give it a try. I know vinegar and water is a good surface sanitizer. Put some like drops of smelly doTERRA or Young Living oils in there. Got all that, I know that. Detergent's my main one. And also making soap is the goal too. But baby steps. My mouth is so dry. Baby steps on that. So detergent and then soap. My 2 goals for this year. Maybe I'll start making goat milk soap because I have a milking goat. Maybe I'll do that. I also have to do my calendar. As you can see, I got very far in June. We got sick around this time, and the calendar just stopped. We paused in June. So I'm just going to skip the rest of June and jump into July. And my goal is to do more plant-based meals, as in whole foods. More vegetables, because now is the season where you can get a whole bunch of vegetables. I see. You're okay. Yeah. Now's the time you can get a lot of fresh veggies into your body. So since it's that season, I want to just put as much fresh produce as we can into our bodies and get ready for the canning season. It's really important to can because it saves so much money. It is a lot of work, but like you save so much money making your own pie fillings, canning your own peaches, canning your own pears, canning your own pie fillings. Water, that's all water bath too. So you save so much money doing that. If you haven't looked into that, start watching. If you haven't looked into that, start watching videos from last year of all the women on YouTube doing that and get an idea on how to do it. So something for you guys to do, you know, look into. Save some money, save some dollars in this economy.
I mean, if it was a sponsorship,
And it looks short, but I can still stand. We're getting to the end, but my hair is up. But if my hair wasn't up, I could still stand. Yeah.
I said you guys it.
Shake it, Daddy. Not your butt, the thing.
Well, it's loose right here, but
Back over there so it's sturdy. Whoa, you're getting it.
Come on. Yeah, mommy.
that's a lot of light in there. That's crazy.
Yeah, I've finished up this whole day. It's warm in here. Everything just blew. Our frame on that thing is bent. Our gazebo over there flew away. Our other gazebo that we just bought flew away. We had some crazy storm that just came out of nowhere. Like it just came out of nowhere and it's just blowing everything and breaking everything. And it wasn't even in the forecast.